you guys are doing well, depending on where you're catching up with us from today. It's a great evening. It's another opportunity for us to meet up for another installment of of our Soul Care Wednesdays, and today's episode is gonna be a quick one. I'm coming to you guys a little bit later than I'm usually on here. I'm coming to you guys again from inside of my house. My car is at the garage, so today I'm not in my sanctuary, so to say, loosely speaking. Please don't take it as idolatry or anything, but my car is away on at the garage, so today I have the privilege of coming to you guys from the comfort of my house. And I'm going to be doing something. I'm actually almost starting to iron at the moment, and I thought, well, it's Wednesday, I can do a quick soul care Wednesday um in between my iron before I start my ironing. So I hope you guys have had a good day. That was a little bit of a ramble. I should have done rambling. I should go straight into the point. So we have been on 7 weeks so far of Soul Care Wednesday, and today is the 8th installment. And on 8th installment, I just thinking earlier on about some of the things that actually make us sad and make us happy and things like that. And I was in a meeting, if I'm honest, I wasn't 100% concentrated on what the guy was saying because I was divided in between. My mind was divided between other things, me being typical of myself for these last few days, lots of stuff happening. And in the process, I just had this guy say something that, even though I wasn't listening to him, sort of, I actually picked up something in my mind and I was like, that's interesting. What the guy was saying is our bodies have a way of mimicking what's happening to us and then reacting to that. So you were saying, for example, you might have a really nasty day or terrible day or bad day or something. But if you decide and say, instead of feeling bad, and you can go into the shower, open the shower on yourself, and as you're showering, you start literally rehearsing feelings of happiness and gratitude, and that actually can translate into emotions and into feelings. And even though you're feeling distressed and happy and all those kind of things, they can actually begin to send signals to your brain, and your brain starts to sense, well, we need to be happy, and you can actually shift atmospheres through that. And I thought, I was like, interesting. But that aside, I really don't want to focus much on the negative sides of things, but I just want to focus today on one particular thing, and that's laughter. Right? You've ever heard people say laughter is medicine. Hi, Cash Bros. Laughter is medicine to the soul. Many times I've realized, like, I had my son usually tells me, Mommy, if you haven't made time for us to laugh, it makes us feel a little bit like a grumpy house. Laughter has this way of just lifting the atmosphere. It has this way of just shifting things around. Have you ever just heard a nice laughter that comes from the inside, like a hearty laughter, that you're just feeling like things are not working okay, life is so difficult, and life is so horrible, and you're feeling like, well, what else can I do? And Cash Bro says yes, and you're just like, I'm going to laugh irrespective of anything, right? I'm going to allow this deep within bubbling joy from within me just to radiate into those situations, right? You can say to yourself, I don't care what is happening around me. Hi, Jennifer. I don't care what's going on around me, but I'm going to allow that laughter, thank you so much, to radiate from within me and just laugh out loudly, right? Laugh into circumstances, into situations, and allow yourself to be joyful irrespective of the circumstances around you. You know what? At the end of the day, we have things that will always want to make us sad. Life happens, stuff does happen, right? You get to a point where you can easily just get, some people, like, we get so busy, so not busy, so serious with life that it actually knocks our ears out, that you feel like you can meet somebody and say, like, you said you're 30, you don't look like 30, because you're constantly carrying the weight of the world around you. You're constantly feeling dejected. You're walking around like your face and your muscles and everything are so tight. But Cash Bro says, yes, laughter always helps, right? Laughter is medicine to the soul. And so what is that thing that you can actually do today that will actually make you just have a good laugh? things can be going wrong. I'm not saying that you neglect the fact that stuff can be going wrong. You can have a bereavement. We have one at the moment. You can have things not going okay in your life. You can be unwell. You can have circumstances that look so dire, but irrespective of that, you choose and say, you know what, I'm going to just put on my laughter today, put on my attire, and decide, Claire, come what may, I'm going just to make my soul happy, make my soul thrive by just being happy, right? By allowing myself to radiate. And I'm not saying that you get to a point where you become like a fanatic, or you become, I don't know how to explain that, you kind of disengage yourself from situations, from circumstances, things that are happening around that you are like disengage with them because you really want just to laugh things off. I'm not saying that, that's what I'm not implying. I'm just saying, like, when you allow yourself to say, yeah, my child might be sick, my husband might have left home, my situation might be difficult, I may be having a diagnosis that is not looking good, but irrespective of that, Ramesh, I can see you. I'm just gonna choose to be happy. I'm going to choose to have medicine that is laughter, and you don't have to pay, right? You don't have to pay in anything at all for you at the end of the day to be able to say, well, I am going to be happy. It's one of those things that it's free of charge. You don't have to go to buy a prescription that is going to make you happy, right? You don't have to get to a point where you're feeling like my life is falling apart. I need to go to the pharmacy, to the prescription, and buy happiness and buy laughter. That's something you have to be intentional about, right? You're not going to go anywhere, and nobody can do it for you, right? Nobody can do it for you. Nobody can give you the laughter. Nobody can give you the joy. Nobody can give you the happiness. We know God gives us joy. The joy of the Lord is our strength, but it is not supposed to be dependent on circumstances around us. And so don't allow your neighbor, your friend, your husband, your child, wherever, to be the person that will make you happy, to be the person that will give you the good laugh. But just allow yourself and say, it may be really horrible around me. Situations might be not what I really want, but hey, I'm going today to choose to laugh, to choose to just have the happiness. And above all, maybe go a little bit deeper than just the joy, the happiness, into the joy. And the difference between joy and happiness is dependent on happenings. It happens so you are happy, right? But joy comes from deep within. It comes from the knowing that things will be okay. It's not meant to be like this forever. I'm not going to be in this situation for life. It is for a moment. And because it's for a moment, I'm going to be happy and rejoice and be joyful because it's a season, right? At the moment where I live, we're coming into autumn. We've actually meteorologically coming into autumn in a month's time or so, and things are starting to shift. You're seeing the leaves are falling, the sun is coming down a little bit earlier, and we're having longer nights and things like that. But this season will come to an end. We'll go into winter. And before we realize, we'll be in autumn. Spring. Before we realize, we will be back into summer when everything is amazing. You want to stay out, you want to go running and things like that. But before we get to that summer, we may have to endure the winter months. And what are you going to do in those winter months? Choose to rejoice, choose laughter, choose those things that make you happy, so that at the end of the day, you and me can stand shoulder tall and say, you know what, life has been crappy, or wherever you want to say. It hasn't been easy, it has been difficult, but I have stood, and I'm looking back today, and I'm glad that I chose laughter, I chose joy, I chose, irrespective of what's happening around me, to put on a smile, right? It can give you your years back. Some of us, we may have even lost years. As I said, we meet with people and they say, well, you mean you're this young? But because we're carrying so much around us, it reflects even on our countenance. But what if today, just when you come out from those who are watching, and thank you so much for all of you are joining, what if you just come out of this place tonight and decide, maybe put a funny movie, comedy, or listen to something that will just make you have those real cracking ribs, right? And see how your life will transform. And that could actually change some of us who are soul sick, that we can actually begin to see, well, there is more to life, right? We can be happy irrespective of what we have, because even in the midst of my of my storm, right, as it says, God is working it out for me. Even in the midst of my storm, even in the midst of your storm, choose happiness, because you know that God is working for you. So go out there, be happy, don't be worried. They say laugh, life, laugh, love, live. Yeah, those three words. Laugh, laugh, love, live. Choose those three words. Choose to laugh, choose to love, choose to live. And that will be what we're going to be doing for the next couple of days until we meet for the next episode, because today is going to be a quick one. As I said, I need to do a quick ironing and I need to prepare. I have a meeting in the next about an hour or so. So for those of you who've been here with me, thank you so much, as well as always, for joining. But choose laughter, right? Choose to love, choose to laugh, and choose to live, because at the end of the day, you only live once, and if you live it well, once is more than enough, right? So I'm going just to kind of bring this to an end. I can see some of you. Mr. Sweepo, good to see you. Ramesh, as I said already, there's been Lavender. Hi, Lavender. Cash Bros was somewhere. Guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. As I say, this is going to be a quick one. I will come back again. Yes, I have to say that a shout out to you, Mr. Sweepo. Hello, how are you? Great to have you tonight. And as I said, big it up for you. I really appreciate you joining me tonight. God, I really pray for everyone who's joined me tonight that you will prosper and be in good health, even as your souls prosper. Have an amazing evening. This has been the shortest episode I've ever recorded, because obviously as I said, my car being in the garage means things have been slow to me, and so I'm just trying. Thank you. I'm just trying to get myself back into the rhythm and things that I need to do. Have an awesome evening, guys, and I shall catch up again with you next week. If you haven't done so, why not just click that like, share, subscribe, comment button. It will go a long way in supporting what you're doing. Have a great evening. Go have a laughter-filled evening. God bless. Much love from me, and I shall catch up with you again next week. Have a great, fantastic